Oh, hi, it's me, Ashley. And today I am combining two of my great loves, uh, Pampered Chef products with historical baking. So I've got my Pampered Chef ice cream maker out and ready to go. I've got my Baldwin Reynolds cookbook, my Catherine Reynolds cookbook from Meadville, PA, wearing my Voodoo Brewery shirt today, representing the great town of Meadville, Penn. So I'm going to pair up a bunch of these peaches. I'm going to peel them first, pair them, and then I'm going to go ahead. In the recipe, it calls to push them through a sieve, and you need at least a pint, so 2 cups of those crushed up peaches to make some peach ice cream. So stand by. Okay, so to get started, just wanted to show you guys, I am using my paraded sealer, my serrated peeler, to peel these peaches. I love this thing, especially for delicate fruit. It's great for peeling. I've used it a ton for mangoes, because you know how those, the fruit itself can get really slippery. So the serrated peeler is great for that. So I've got about 12 peaches here, so that's my first step, is then I'm just gonna go ahead using that Pampered Chef serrated peeler to peel through these guys. Okay, so once my peaches are all peeled, I'm gonna go ahead and use Pampered Chef paring knife. These things are so cheap, so handy, so helpful, but dark horse runner of Pampered Chef, items. Paring knife galore. So I'm gonna just slice these guys in half and then gently cut out those little pits. I'm gonna go through the rest of these guys. Once I'm done with that, waste not, want not. Okay, so I have almost, I'm just about to 2 cups, a pint of the puree, but just to show you guys how I'm doing this, listen, the easiest way to do this, if you were making just a regular modern recipe, is to stick your little hand blender in there, or use your Pampered Chef manual food processor, or do any of those things to puree this down. But because the recipe is a historical recipe, and I'm trying to maintain like the historical aspect of it, I wanted to go ahead and press it through a sieve. Now, I don't have one of the little cone ones with the wood thing. I really want one, but they're a little hard to come by. So instead, I am using just a regular sieve, and then I'm using my Pampered Chef meat tenderizer. This thing is great if you need a meat tenderizer. It's great for taking out aggression and all those things. But honestly, I'm just pushing it through this. And I like, when I'm making a historical recipe, I like to try to keep it as true to how they would have made it as possible, because it helps you appreciate the work that went into good food preparation back then. So if you see, mini scraper, so basically that's where all that puree is going there at the bottom, and it's lovely and it's pure, and yeah, I had to work a little bit hard to get it. So that's that. Okay, so up next, I've got my puree. I've got 2 cups of that. That is going into, again, I was using one of my Easy Read measuring cups right there. Love those. And then it's going into the medium size of the stainless mixing bowl set. You guys know I love these things. I love that it's got the grip on the bottom. I love that it has the pour spout. We're gonna add 3/4 of a pound of sugar in with this. Again, I'm using my bamboo spoons. I love the bamboo spoons and utensils from Pampered Chef. Bamboo is great because it won't absorb water and it won't mold. If you look at your regular wooden spoons that you have, and they start to kind of get little black parts on them, that's mold. That's mold growing in your spoons. Bamboo is porous and it won't do that. I've had these guys for a really long time, and not a mark on them because they don't absorb any of that. Anyways, so once this is stirred in with the sugar, I'm gonna add, sounds lovely, I'm gonna add just a couple drops of almond extract. So I guess like a couple drops is the equivalent of maybe like a teaspoon and a half. That's what I'm kind of, going for. And fun fact, for most bottles of extract, the cap of the extract is an actual teaspoon. So that'll save you from dirtying up anything else. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stir this together. I'm gonna put it in the fridge and let it get nice and cool, but then I'm also gonna go over to the stovetop, and I'm just gonna bring a quart of whipping cream, a quart of cream, just the slightest, tiniest boil, like right to the boiling point, and then I'm gonna pull it off and let it cool. And then it's going into the ice cream machine. Okay, so I went ahead and mixed, this looks lovely, and it smells amazing. I went ahead and mixed my cream and my peach mixture together, just up until that boiling point. Makes for a great custard. I've learned that the trick of it is that when you put a coated spoon into I don't have one. I already used it, it's dirty. If you put a coated spoon into the mix and then run your finger through it, if it stays put and doesn't run off your spoon, then it's ready to go. Now, you never want to put anything warm into your ice cream machine. It'll wreck it all, and it won't set. So I'm going to put this back into the same bowl. Again, Pampered Chef stainless mixing bowls. There's my lid. It goes right on top. I'm going to put this right into the fridge and let this cool for quite a few hours until this is nice and cool, and then it goes into the ice cream machine. Okay, so many hours later, I am getting ready. My custard has cooled in the fridge. It is nice and cool. I'm telling you, you want to make sure that you really wait. The wait is hard. But it's totally worth it once that custard is nice and creamy and set. So that is going to go into my Pampered Chef ice cream maker. Love this guy. Keep the canister in the freezer. It needs to be in the freezer for at least 24 hours before you go to use it, because there's like an ice barrier on the inside of it that keeps everything really nice and cold. So I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to need to put the actual blade in it. You know, there's always something when I go to set this thing up. Either the lid isn't on all the way. I work hard for the ice cream. I work hard for it. You betcha, you betcha. I overcome all the odds as a blonde just to make this happen. Okay, now we're good to go. All right, so I'm turning this thing on. I'm going to set the timer. I'm going to put this in for about 30 minutes. The timer on here is super easy. It's just a couple of things. It starts on its own, and then as it goes, again, why we love the pour spout of the stainless mixing bowls. I'm just going to pour in my batter, pour in my custard. So good. That's going in. Oh, it's going to be so good. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to let that mix down for 30 minutes, and then it goes back into the freezer to set. And after that, you're good to go. So we've decided it's not that good. Or we probably shouldn't share it with anybody else.
Yeah. Don't waste your time.
Sorry guys. We really let you down on this one.
Yeah. Probably just gonna give the rest to Walter over here. You know, so at least it doesn't go to too much waste. Definitely wouldn't make for a good ice cream sandwich, you know.
Pampered Chef ice cream scoop. We don't really need it right now. Oh, an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, right?
I gotta make those blondies.
We have those cookies from the s'mores.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah.